Hello and welcome to College Got Me Like, a New Heights Magazine original podcast with Jacob,
Geneve,
Jules.
For the next 30 minutes, we'll be talking about something about the college experience that's currently on our minds. You can contact us with any suggestions, comments, or questions, and stream new episodes every Monday at newheightsmagazine.com/college. We'd love to hear from you. On today's episode, we'll be talking about coffee, one of my favorite subjects, and how it revolves around the college experience and how I make that a part of my day and how some of us don't make that a part of our day and whether we should depend on that or not. It's going to be a really interesting conversation. If you're a coffee drinker or not, you're going to want to hear this. Stay tuned with us. This is College Got Me Like.
So, I'm sure some of you may know that Jacob and I are addicted to coffee. We literally run our Yeah. So, last year, I don't remember like how we started doing this, but we started this page, and it's called @bean_happens.
Yep, do that plug, shameless.
Oh, yeah, I love it. And actually, no, it's oh my God, I love it. But you don't drink coffee.
No.
We'll touch on that. But I think we started because we were like, oh my gosh, like, you know, a lot of college students want to know cool places to study in Boston, and especially, like, pertaining to good coffee shops. And so, like, I've drinking so much coffee because of that. There are multiple coffee shops here on campus. And, I mean, virtually every day there is a line almost to the door of every one of the Starbucks locations, right?
It's wild. Like, honestly, I think even my concept was like, oh, this is such a thing, but, like, it is beyond, like, what I thought. Like, people always have coffee with them.
And always, like, on Instagram
insane.
Stories, on Snapchat stories. And I kind of wanted to bring something to point that Jacob and I just found out is that Jules doesn't like coffee, and we want to hear about that. Yeah,
like, literally, we're like, okay, guys, like, we're going to move on, next topic, like, coffee. And Jules like, I don't drink coffee. And me and Geneve, like, almost, like, whipped the table over. We were like, what?
Yeah.
So this is going to be a good conversation. We started talking, we were like, wait, save it for this. So, tell me, like, what is it like? I wouldn't know. Not drinking coffee.
I mean, I don't really know what it'd be like to, like, you know, survive off of coffee. Well, I am kind of like a picky eater, and let me tell you, coffee just does not please my taste buds. I've tried it multiple times, but it's just way too bitter.
Do you like more, like, sweeter coffee drinks?
I feel like I probably would, but the calories just aren't worth it. You know, adding all that milk and sugar. I don't need that in my life.
Do you drink tea?
No, I don't even like tea.
This girl doesn't need caffeine.
Okay, so you walk into a like a Starbucks, or like what do you get?
I'd probably water.
What?
Oh, wait, Starbucks. No. No, I don't even go to Starbucks. Never mind. I was thinking like breakfast, because, you know, like, that's when you usually drink coffee.
Yeah.
You know, my alternatives to coffee in the morning are water, orange juice, or like a smoothie.
What the hell?
Whoa.
This is amazing.
Come at me, bro.
I'm like amazed right now.
And I am really tired in the mornings usually, but I mean, I just deal with it. And you know what? Maybe you guys should just deal with it too.
Oh my God.
Dude, no, it is too far now. Like,
honestly,
I feel like you guys are way too
if it's 11 o'clock and I haven't had anything yet, I just have the worst headache. I feel so disgusting. Like,
I mean, I don't have, like, the physical, like, effects. I just, like, don't have the energy. And, like, I think for most, like, people that attend BU or even just, like, any university of this tier, they survived off coffee, like, off of high school. You know, junior year, they were starting to apply to, like, college applications, all that stress, AP tests, IB tests. Like, I remember there's a place on the West Coast. It's called Dutch Bros. And I tell this all the time. God. You know exactly what I'm going to say.
I loved... Oh, yeah.
No, you know, yeah. So, I used to drink, like, starting from junior year, every morning. I would, not, like, every morning, but, like, I don't know, like, 3 out of 5 mornings, I would get a drink called the ER 911, which was 6... The name itself already sounds, like, you know, crazy. It's 6 shots of espresso with vanilla cream. 6 whole shots of espresso. And I tell you, like, the first time I drank it, I was shaking.
I don't do coffee, so I don't know. I don't get it.
Okay, so like a grande, like, cup of coffee, like, a shot of espresso has more caffeine than that.
Yeah. So, I mean, a typical, like, a venti, like a large Starbucks has 2 shots.
I don't even know, like, the size of, like, a venti, a grande. Like, I don't even know this stuff.
Okay, so I worked at Starbucks for 2 years.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So And that's really like when my dependency like developed, because like when you work there, they just give you all the free coffee that you want. Like I can just make that whenever. I would do early morning shifts. I would have an Americano with 4 shots. I would have 2 more shots at my break and then 2 more shots on my way out. And that's by like my 11 a.m. like my 4-hour shift is done.
Jesus Christ.
Wild.
That's a lot of coffee.
And so like now it's like it sucks, honestly. Like this routine that I'm in is like I make my iced coffee the night before. I put it in my fridge. I like don't even have to get out of bed to have my first cup of coffee in the morning. So like I will drink that iced coffee, I will go get coffee, and then usually I need at least another coffee like by like noon, 2, and then if it's a late night I'll have another. So it's like anywhere between like 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day. My stomach doesn't appreciate that. You just have to make sure you eat a lot too, because if you don't eat, like, you feel like you're being eaten from the inside out.
Yeah, one tip that people usually used to give is that you should drink a full glass of water before you have coffee for the morning to help your stomach, like, digest it better. But you should definitely eat, like, actual breakfast, too. Because, like, whatever's in the coffee is, like, not very good on an empty stomach at all.
It's, like, I don't know. Well, because coffee is a what's the word? It technically is a laxative, but it's also a...
I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what I'm thinking. I just know I did a project on coffee consumption in college last semester, and so like I'm trying to like think of all these statistics and stuff. But it was pretty wild, and like for the most part people drink it for the same reason of just like, okay, I have homework, I have to do that late, I have to wake up for an 8 a.m. class.
I think it's also interesting too because I have a friend back home who's a wing for Red Bull, and she was telling me about how like Red Bull was better than coffee, and I was like, I don't know if I can support that notion.
Better in the sense of like taste or like the caffeine that you get out of it?
I think just like calories and sugar and everything. I don't really know.
It depends on what you add to it, because like I just like my iced coffee black.
Yeah,
like black iced coffee, that bitter taste, it just gets me like, I swear that first sip in the day, oh my god, you can feel it like running through your veins, just that energy. I don't know why.
That was like kind of psychotic sounding.
It's just like it's an addiction.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, and it kind of like sucks, but like I generally love the taste of coffee. Like I don't usually like sweetener in my coffee.
Yeah.
I would be the total opposite.
Which in some people are because they like the caffeine, but they don't like the taste of it.
Yeah, that would be me.
Which makes sense if you like kind of want to sweeten it up and do that, but like
people who drink
the bitterness helps like wake up.
I wouldn't even necessarily say it's like the bitterness. It's like the roast. Like I like observing like the different roasts. Yeah, no, and I first got into that when I went to a coffee shop, and they were giving me like samples of like different pour overs. And I was like, wow, like this is so like, good.
It's honestly, it's like the aesthetic of like, it's such an aesthetic now. I feel like we need to touch on that. Like just the way people post it and everything.
Like lattes.
And like the ombre and the mix and it's such a like thing.
I do have a couple questions for y'all, for our listeners. What is your favorite like type of coffee? You know, like give me like the lowdown on like, you know.
Are you thinking like what would be my go-to if I walked into a place, or like?
And what are like, which is like your favorite like on campus spot?
Ooh, oh god, okay. Oh my god, this is so out of case.
Well, coffee on campus sucks because it's literally all Starbucks or Pavement, and like Pavement's like okay, but I would say like I typically just go to Starbucks.
Don't forget Einstein Bagel Bros.
No, their coffee I can't do. I don't like it. Yeah, they do, but I don't like it.
And they changed it like recently. It's not my favorite. I'll go there if I'm craving a bagel.
Yeah.
And that's when I'll get coffee.
I've never even been there.
It's really...
Dude,
the bagels are really good.
The bagels are really good.
I feel the calories, man.
Oh my god!
All right. Next episode, bagels. But,
don't get me started on bagels. I'm from New York.
You're from New York.
Oh,
this is my territory.
Jules could do her own full podcast on bagels.
That'd be so fun.
Oh my god.
But I would say like, actually, so I just recently discovered oat milk. So oat
milk is
I love oat milk. I think I'm gonna continuously.
I sound like such like a horrible white boy
oat
right now.
milk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's from goat milk. I mean, goat milk is also a thing.
Yeah.
But from Starbucks, it's like okay. The best is from Tate, and it just makes the drink like more it's like nutty and creamy. I would say
it's like thick, but it's not thick.
Yeah, it's really good. I usually get like an iced latte. I used to get vanilla flavoring, but now I can't even take it, so I just do like straight up. Or I'll do like a cold brew, or I'll do like an iced coffee. without any. If I do an iced coffee, I actually don't do any cream. I just like have it black.
Yeah.
And then actually most of the time I'll get chai too, which isn't coffee, but that's another subject. What's yours?
It's caffeine. Honestly, like it really depends. Like most mornings, I'll just go to like an Americano, just because that's like the most caffeine like right away. And of course, like I love the bitter taste of espresso. And then towards like midday, I'll do like an iced coffee, like with like almond milk or something like that, just like so I can casually sip it a little bit more. And then of course, cold days, I'll just get like an almond milk latte and just enjoy that and sip it in class. So really, honestly, it just depends. And then some days on really hot days, I'll do like an iced tea too, which isn't coffee, but it's a replacement of the caffeine that my body just so much depends on. My favorite coffee place in Boston, though, is the Boston Common Coffee Company.
Never heard of it.
You need, okay, well,
That's
I'm like, what would you,
understandable,
when you, what would I say, like, you can't get water when you go, though. You have to get, you've had coffee, though, right?
Yeah, I've tried it, but...
But just never, like,
No.
never a full cup.
No.
I'm trying
Because
to,
I
like,
can't imagine that's the feeling.
like, okay, so
I mean,
maybe,
I wish I liked it, because I feel like I want the caffeine to help me wake up, but...
you do, like, just fine, though. Like, honestly, like...
I mean, I'm hella tired in the morning, like, I can't stay awake in classes.
So here's the thing is, though, like, I'm hella tired in the morning, too, now. Like, it doesn't, like...
Oh,
you're
so
just-
you've...
I just have
You
such
grow
a
immune to it,
tolerance for it. It's like,
Yeah,
but if
you
I
do.
don't have it now, it's kind of like backwards. Like if I
Oh,
don't
how
have
the
it,
tables have turned,
yeah.
Jacob.
So I screwed myself over. But anyway, we have to take a commercial break. After I think we're gonna you want to talk about like whether we think it's like healthy or not, because I do it, but it might not be healthy. Anyway, let's take a quick commercial break. Keep with us. It's going to be really, really fast. Stay tuned. I'm really feeling this topic. We got some good stuff on the way. See you soon.
Shout out to New Heights Magazine for creating our show today. The magazine is a brand new publication dedicated towards empowering the youth and leaders of tomorrow today. With their first publication coming this fall, you need to head to newheightsmagazine.com to subscribe to the email list. No excessive messages or offers or promotions, just all their best physical and digital content created by hand-selected, innovative, and inspiring creators. Again, head to newheightsmagazine.com to join the movement now. We'll see you there.
All right. I feel like we need to let Jules do like maybe 30 seconds of bagels. Tell us like what's a good bagel? What makes a bagel?
No.
Or should I ask like is Panera a good bagel?
I never even tried Panera bagels.
Okay,
No, I think it's like
you
they
haven't
have,
had
like, real
Einstein
New York
either.
places.
No.
Then
I don't think
what's-
Einstein's like the New York bagels. My friends from Long Island, and like they're like thick.
Long Island.
Oh my
People
god.
from Long Island
think-
think they're so entitled to like everything.
Oh, burn.
Because they think that like Long Island is like the entirety of like New York, but there's like upstate people too.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess,
Upstate New Yorkers are like
I'm not
intense
even-
about
I'm
upstate
not
New
even
York.
upstate. I'm not upstate, but I'm not Long Island. So like I'm.
Are you
kinda-
Western?
No, I'm like nothing.
I'm like nothing.
We don't have a name for us.
You don't like live in a city?
No, I like not a region.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Because people are always like upstate New York or like Long Island or like city people.
You're just like central?
They don't even. That's not even like a called a thing.
You're gonna have to point me this out. Point me this out. Point
Like
this
I've
out
seen
to me on the
debates on
map
Twitter
after.
that go over like the regions of New York and like what the fuck do you call like there's no such thing as downstate.
Downstate.
I mean like I would be fine calling myself downstate, but like that's no one says that. Sorry, we should probably get back to the podcast.
All right, on the count of 3, we're gonna give just a yes or no. Do you think? We'll just keep it as simple as this. Do you think coffee is healthy for a
No.
college student?
Oh,
On the
frick.
count of 3.
Oh my god, I screwed that.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. No.
Oh, wait. Explain. I don't know.
I mean, I guess like when you think about like the health risks, I guess like being too dependent on it, and then like I guess eventually growing immune to it, and just like calories and whatnot. Like I guess, but I mean, cause like I don't drink it, like I can't really say like is it.
I
good
think
or
to
not?
like I think it's to a certain extent. Like 1 cup a day like is totally like fine for you. And there's all those. I always think there's like random studies that come out. Like, don't quote me on this at all because this is just off the top of my head.
I will quote you.
Okay,
I will
cool.
sue you.
Share this to everybody ever.
Alright, I got you.
It's like something like doesn't coffee supposed to extend like your lifespan? I feel like I've read that somewhere.
Isn't that wine?
Is that wine?
I think. Well, I mean, think about it. If wine is good for you, then I can't imagine why coffee wouldn't be.
Is it just like what are the effects of caffeine, because I know caffeine. Okay, wow. I'm gonna see if I can pull
It
like
contributes
this
to
out.
heart attacks.
Isn't it like adenosine? Adenosine is like the chemical in your brain that makes you sleepy, and caffeine or something in the coffee like blocks that from like happening. If I remember, and I did my project correctly last semester, then that's correct. I got a good grade on it if I remember, so hopefully that's correct. I think, yeah, to a certain extent, I think it's good. I don't think coffee's necessarily bad or good for you. I think it can be bad for you if you add a lot of sweetener and sugar into it, because then that becomes like a sweetness sort of addiction rather than the caffeine. Because like at a certain point, like the sugar like gives you as much as a rush as whatever the caffeine does. But caffeine is just in so much now. Like, I think, again, oh wow, I really hope this is right. I want to say that caffeine is like in medication now, and caffeine is like, it's so much more abundant.
Yeah, actually, my
than we realize.
Dayquil has caffeine
Yeah.
in it. Yeah.
So I think that just what we think of caffeine in its purest form is coffee. Mm-hmm. But like really, if you're like, even if you don't drink coffee, like you probably consume more caffeine than you realize.
So then you have to think about like, is a coffee addiction like a caffeine addiction or a sugar addiction?
I think it depends on how you get your coffee.
But then those trends, it's interesting to examine how like it's different with like the working class and then like college students, because like I feel like with college students it's probably like more sugar, because like I mean just like from like the past 2 days of like ordering drinks, like I remember like a lot of people get really sweet drinks and like I can hear it like what they're ordering, so I'm assuming like probably more sugar based here versus like if you're downtown in the financial district, like most people are probably not adding like a ton
They're probably
of sugar,
a little bit more pure. Not to be like society, but like society and like the coffee market, just in what I've seen like growing up, it's like they're marketing like these sort of like fancy like super sugary drinks, like you want this, like this is what everybody's having, and it is and I'm gonna touch on this again, like an aesthetic now, and it's like, oh, this is part of the college experience, it's okay, like we're supposed to consume all of this caffeine and sugar. And I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, we're under a lot of pressure, we do a lot of work, like it helps to a certain point, but also to a certain point it doesn't. It does the exact opposite, which I kind of feel like I'm experiencing now. It's like, if I don't have this X amount of caffeine every single day, my body just feels like it's shutting down rather than feeling like it's booting up, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. No, I get that. There's
a fine line. I just think it's such an individual, personal basis. Do you guys kind of agree?
Yeah, I would definitely say like there's a tapering off point.
Of like where your own line should be. And some people can just like take it. I mean, it's just like alcohol. Like you have a certain tolerance. Mm-hmm. Like, right? Like, and so, I mean, I can have, like, certain cups now, and then it just doesn't, or my body is, like, used to that more. Mm-hmm. It's still an individual basis. So I don't want to say if I think it's totally healthy or not. I think it
I mean, if anything, just drink it in moderation, if possible. I know a lot of people are way too dependent on it, but... yeah. I mean, if anything. And I feel like a lot of people think... because, like, so many people drink coffee, it's, like, such a social thing to do, so people kind of just...
Let's go grab a cup of coffee.
Yeah, like,
that's
I mean, like me, like, I kind of feel, like, a little, like, not, like, left out, but, like, because I don't drink coffee, people are, like, look at me like, why don't you drink coffee? So, like...
Oh, so, like, when it's let's go grab coffee, you're like...
Yeah.
Nah,
yeah, some people are like, why don't you drink coffee? Like, just because I don't drink it, like...
You feel almost like,
Yeah, so I feel like some people, like, give in just to, like, actually, like, be social, you know what I mean? But
it's totally a social thing now, and I think it's just because of how it's marketed and how it's such an epitome of college.
Yeah, and if you don't like coffee, find alternatives. I hear that if you eat an apple in the morning, like before anything,
oh my
it
God.
gives you.
All right, I'm gonna do that tomorrow, and I'll let you know how that goes.
I read it somewhere.
All right, we're about at our time here, you guys. Wow, that one went by really fast. Thanks for having such a good conversation. I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee.
Oh my God.
Yeah, don't expect me to outside pavement right now.
So funny.
All right, so I'm gonna go next door and grab that because we're college students and we're busy and we're going insane, and that's why we need our coffee. All right, thank you everybody so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Wait, you're recording?
Yeah.
I'm not ready. All right, fine. We're just gonna have to finesse this like I do the rest with. Fuck.
Oh my Lord.
Every time you say "Oh my lord," I just think "Oh my Lantis" from Hannah Montana. I don't know if anyone remembers My Lantis. You know, no one.
Or Made Up Country.
Yeah, the Made Up Country. Well, anyways, this is Jules Topia coming to you live, from Boston. Thank you for watching, or no, you don't watch. I'm getting in the mind of you two. Thank you guys for watching my podcast. Please subscribe. You said to add spice to it.
I didn't know you would add that much. All right.
Follow me on the social medias. My Insta is at JulBarry. That's JUL.BARRY. And my Twitter's at JULBARRYY. You know, I'm always on the Twitters and the Instas, so, you know, hit me up.
Thank you guys so much for listening to College Got Me Like this week. If you want to stay in touch, be sure to follow me on my social media. On Instagram and Twitter, it's at Geneve Lau. That's GENEVELAU. And I'd be glad to take any questions you might have.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to College Got Me Like this week. If you want to hit me up on any of the social medias, it's at Jacob Wittenberg on Instagram and at the Jake Brewer on Twitter. I'd love to hear from you guys, and we're super excited to bring you another episode next week. We will see you then.